Greetings everybody, I want to have some fun with this video and I'm going to go all out, let it all hang out. This is something that's bugging me and it bugs a lot of people for a long time. And that's music that we hear on the radio that plays the same damn thing over and over again. Just a really tight, short, classic rock radio list of the same freaking songs again and again and again. And I know that because mostly when I'm at work, we have the radio on there and you hear the same thing over and over again. What is wrong with these radio stations? Don't they ever think outside the box? Can't they play something a little different? You got bands here that, even the Beatles, they have like 200 something songs. They play the same 5 songs all the time for the Beatles. The Stones, anything classic, you name it, Neil Young, Pink Floyd, it's the same songs every fucking day, and I'm really sick of it. So I'm going to let this go, and I really encourage people to leave their comments, and if you want to make a video response to this, please by all means do, because I've had enough. And I got a list here that I've written out of the ones that I figure are I got about, I think, 20 here. Top 20 most overplayed radio songs. And this is American radio. I don't know what it's like in other countries, and I don't like, even in America, depending on where you live. I can tell you here in the New York, New Jersey area, this is what I find played the most, and I can't get rid of them in my head all the time. And in a lot of cases, it actually ruins the damn song for you, and you never want to hear them again. Okay, so that's how that goes. Let's rant and carry on with this. Now the list, what I did was, the first thing I did was, naturally, I thought of titles that just came to my own mind that I know that immediately when I think overplayed songs, these are what hit me. But then I said, when I only got about, I don't know, maybe 8, 9, or 10 songs that came right to mind. Then I looked online and I tried to get some ideas, and I agree with a lot of those. Anyway, these are in no particular order. I'm just going to read them and tell you my initial gut reaction to it. The only thing that I'm saving for the final 5 that I read here will be the ones that I consider are the most overplayed songs on American classic rock radio. Okay, just off, again, no order here. We'll start with Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen. First of all, I hate that song. I've always hated that song. I don't hate all Queen songs, but I'm tired of hearing it when they get into that stupid Mamma Mia operatic stuff. Can't stand it. I like the beginning of the song, like the way it starts off, but I get a little sick and tired of it later on. But this is not just about, this is not about songs we don't like or overrated songs that we hate. No. This is about songs where even if we like the songs, they just play them too damn much and they kind of ruin them for us. So it just so happens I never liked that so much. So that's the first one that I have here. Now we have Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Great song. I love the song. Tired of hearing it on the damn radio. And that goes for a bunch of other Zeppelin songs too. Although I could go on with, I could name Zeppelin's Rock and Roll, that I hear all the time around here. They play that almost every day, hour after hour. But I guess Stairway to Heaven has to be number 1. Okay, Tainted Love. Anybody remember Tainted Love by Soft Cell? I used to really, really love that song. I went out and bought the single in the early 80s, and I tell you, I never want to hear that song again. They've ruined it so much that if I never hear it again, that would be much too soon to never hear it again. I especially hate the version when they put in that Baby, Baby, Please Don't Leave Me, Where Did Our Love Go shit from the Supremes. I mean, leave that song to the Supremes. When you start sticking it in with Soft Cell, you sound like an ass. I really don't like that at all. Every Breath You Take by The Police. I'll never forget that. I always tell this story how in 1983 I was driving to work one morning, a young guy, and I always hated The Police, but one day the song Every Breath You Take came on the radio, and I thought it was just fabulous. It was a great commercial sounding pop song, unlike anything that I'd ever heard them do before. And I went out immediately. I thought of that song all day, and I went out, and that day after work I bought the 45 single and added it to my collection. Whoever thought that 30 some odd years later, if I never heard that song again, I'd be happy. Tired of hearing it, Every Breath You Take. Off the list. All right, Jack and Diane, huh? Ooh, I hate that song, Jack and Diane. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living has gone. Whatever. I hate that song, but I could stomach it once in a blue moon maybe, but hearing it every day on the radio drives me up a fucking wall. So we're done with that. Jack and Diane. Okay. I'm not going to leave the Beatles out of this. Let's throw some Beatles in here, okay? As I say, there's some certain songs by the Beatles play too damn much. And it's no wonder that you have some younger generation listen to the radio and they think, oh, I don't really like the Beatles. Well, if all they're going to do is play 3 songs, in these parts, here's basically what you have that you hear on the radio, no matter what. The Beatles have a lot of great songs, but the days of picking deep album tracks are over. You're not going to hear "Happiness Is a Warm Gun." You're not going to hear "Savoy Truffle." You're not going to, you're not going to hear "I'll Cry Instead" or anything else from the Beatles' early or late period. Instead, you're going to hear the same bunch. And over here, you get "Hello, Goodbye." This is not on my list, by the way, for most overplayed. You got "Hello, Goodbye." You hear all the time. "Come Together." That might make the list. "Come Together," "Get Back," and the 2 that are on my list for most overplayed Beatles songs on the radio endlessly are "Hey Jude" and "Let It Be." So much for them. We got "Let It Be" and "Hey Jude" scratched off the list. Now let's go for another one. The Hollies, "Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress." When I was a kid, I loved that damn song. I don't ever want to hear that again. Sick and tired of it. "Long Cool Woman." Tired of it. I'm noticing here I'm going to go over 20 probably. How about "American Pie" by Don McLean? That's right, I want the toilet to flush. I deliberately made this video at a time where if my neighbor upstairs flushes the toilet, it'll only help. Okay, "American Pie." I loved it when I was a kid. They played it on the radio all the time too in 1971 also, but I don't ever want to hear it again, and I'm tired of it. "American Pie," Don McLean. Get rid of that. Okay, another one here. The Rolling Stones, okay? "Start Me Up." Tired of hearing "Start Me Up." When it came out in 1981, it really was a good song, and now I just am sick and tired of hearing it. It's like the Stones too. They play the same 5 songs. They play "Start Me Up." They play "Honky Tonk Woman." They play "Keep the Toilet Flushing," man. I'm just sick of hearing it, and I'll save some more Stones for later. Okay, so "Start Me Up." How about Van Halen's "Jump"? Might as well jump, might as well jump. I hate that. I don't want to hear it anymore, okay? I've heard a lot worse, but I don't hear it anymore, okay? "Jump," Van Halen. "Boston." Anybody want to guess what I'm going to say? Think about it. Let me give you I'll say the name Boston. You kind of think of it for a while. Okay, did you think? "More Than a Feeling." That's right. "More Than a Feeling." Does Boston have anything except "More Than a Feeling" and "Peace of Mind"? 2 songs. "More Than a Feeling" goes on there. Okay. And how about a song that I really hate? I've hated this song, and I hated it even more when I saw a movie called Risky Business back in, what was it, the early 80s? I don't remember. When we saw Tom Cruise dancing around in his underwear. It's Bob Seger's piece of crap, "Old Time Rock and Roll." I can't stand it. Just put that old record on the shelf. I sit and listen to him by myself. Whoa. Today, but I agree with him. Today's music ain't got the same song. I like that "Old Time Rock and Roll." I agree with the sentiment in this song, but I just hate the song. Tired of hearing it. Tired of hearing it. Bob Seger, "Old Time Rock and Roll." Okay, how about Rod Stewart? Rod Stewart has a few, but I'm going to stick with Maggie May. Although I got to say, I haven't heard Maggie May on the radio as much as I used to. But I love that song, Maggie May. But Jesus, I don't want to only hear it. I don't want to only hear Maggie May from Rod. Maggie May, man. Let's go to John Lennon. Okay, John Lennon. Imagine. Imagine. I remember when I was younger, before John Lennon died, really, Imagine was just a cool song that would come on the radio every once in a while. And if you heard it, I'm talking, in the 70s, before John, it was really like a cool thing. Nice sentiment. Now, after John Lennon was assassinated, it's like his swan song and his message for the world. It's like, saintly Saint John, not his fault, But Imagine takes on a whole different reverence that kind of like sucks. It just, you know, it's not John's fault. I mean, the guy was killed. But the song Imagine, really overplayed and kind of tainted from the tragedy of what happened. You know, now it becomes like God singing from heaven or something like that. Oh, you're not supposed to imagine. You're supposed to imagine that there's no religion. And by the way, he means when he says imagine no religion, no religion too, he's talking about no denominations. Not no religion period, but no denomination. Whatever. I'm not getting into a history lesson on Imagine. All right, we're getting down here on my list. Van Morrison, huh? Brown-Eyed Girl. I could live the rest of my life and never hear Brown-Eyed Girl again. In fact, I hear it everywhere. You know, I mean, it assaults you no matter where you go. Brown-Eyed Girl. You listen to classic radio, you're going to hear Brown-Eyed Girl. There's just no two ways about it. All right, for my personal list here, I'm down to what I consider to be the 5. This is the 5 most overplayed songs on American classic rock radio. Man, they're all interchangeable. I was going to put them in order from 5 to 1, but they're all just as overplayed. We're going to start with Proud Mary by CCR, okay? You could say Bad Moon Rising also is overplayed, but Proud Mary, man, that's a great song. You know, CCR has a lot of great songs, but they're all so fucking overplayed, man. Okay, so Proud Mary, that's number 5. Number 4 most overplayed song on radio. I'm gonna go with Take It Easy. Take It Easy by the Eagles. The Eagles are not getting away with this. I mean, I love the Eagles. I like a lot of their hits. But I'm sick of hearing it. There's a lot of Eagles songs that are overplayed. They play Lion Eyes too much. They play Already Gone. But I'm going to put Take It Easy on there. And you know where I'm going with this, huh? If you're thinking Eagles. But anyway, let me go to the next most overplayed song. Got to be Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner. I like this song. It's catchy. I like catchy mainstream stuff. Still, I don't want to hear it every day, all the time. Sweet Home Alabama. I also don't like that they take a dig at Neil Young. I think that they're taking a dig at. I like Neil Young. I don't like you taking a dig at him. But Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skinner. Now we're down to the 2 most, in my opinion, overplayed radio songs on radio. Number 2. I can't get no satisfaction. Let me tell you, I'm satisfied. I'm long satisfied. I don't need to hear it anymore. Okay, I'm satisfied. Guys, I don't want to hear it. Okay, great song, one of the best rock and roll songs ever made. That must have sounded amazing in 1965. I could go the rest of my life and never hear. I can't get no satisfaction again. Hey, 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 that's what I say. And of course, I kind of hinted at this a little while ago. The number 1 most overplayed song, the Eagles, Hotel California. I remember it as a new song. I remember it. I thought it was really, really cool. I liked it. Man, Hotel California. If I never hear that again, that would be fine with me. Well, I'd like to hear your picks here. I tried to have fun, let it all hang out and rant and rave. But I'm going to do something right now. I'm going to go take a ride. And I'm not going to put the radio on, because if I do, I'm going to hear one of these songs, or all of them, within the amount of time I'm in the car. Screw that.